Moment for God.
Pause. Breathe. Let's fill our hearts with God's truth. Here's today's scripture.
Comes from Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 30.
Got it. And it reads, let me get this right. The Lord your God, who is going before you, will fight for you as he did for you in Egypt before your very eyes.
Mm-hmm. Powerful stuff.
And the context, well, it's Moses, right? Talking to the Israelites.
Exactly. They're, right on the edge of the promised land, facing huge obstacles, giants, fortified cities, all that.
So a pretty high stakes moment for this kind of message.
Definitely. It's meant as profound reassurance right when they needed it most.
Okay, so let's try and unpack this a bit. What's the core message we're supposed to take away? Well, for you listening now.
Well, the first thing that jumps out is just how definite it is. The Lord your God will fight for you.
Right. It's not maybe or might. It's a statement of fact.
Precisely. And then there's that phrase, going before you. What does that even suggest?
Like he's scouting ahead, clearing the path.
Yeah, something like that. It implies he takes the lead. He's proactive. He's not just reacting when they run into trouble.
So he's already dealing with the challenges before they even get there.
That's the idea. It teaches this fundamental thing about trust. Follow his lead because he's already working things out up ahead.
Okay, but then it links this future promise to something concrete, something past.
Right. It doesn't just hang there as a promise. Moses immediately says, as he did for you in Egypt, before your very eyes.
Ah, so grounding it in shared experience. That's smart.
Very. He's basically saying, look, don't you remember the plagues, crossing the Red Sea? You saw this happen.
You witnessed it. It's not hearsay.
Exactly. So that memory, that history of God showing up, it's presented as the fuel for their confidence now.
So remembering past faithfulness isn't just nostalgia. It's actually a strategy for courage.
You could say that. It's drawing strength from a proven track record, especially when you're, staring down your own giants.
Makes sense. And the phrase, we'll fight for you.
Well, it fundamentally shifts it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It begs the question, whose fight is this really?
Yeah.
The verse makes it pretty clear. These huge, maybe overwhelming battles, spiritual or otherwise, they aren't actually yours to win alone.
They belong to the Lord.
That's the core message. Imagine hearing that when you're terrified of what's next.
It must have been an incredible relief. Changes everything. You go from panic to, well, maybe not calm, but trust.
Trust, reliance, yeah. When you really absorb that truth, he's ahead of you, he's fighting for you, you can face things differently.
Your confidence isn't in your own strength anymore.
Right. It's in his power, his commitment. It encourages you to lean on him, not just your own grit.
So, wow, this one verse, it holds so much. A call to faith, action, remembering.
And that promise, God going before us, fighting for us, it's just as relevant today, offers real peace, real courage, whatever you might be up against.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the key points from this verse.
Sure. First, God actively goes before you. He leads the way.
And second, he promises to fight for you, anchoring that promise in his past faithfulness stuff you've seen before your very eyes.
Right, which leads to the third point, the big battles. They ultimately belong to him.
So the practical takeaway here is pretty clear, isn't it?
I think so. Knowing this, internalizing it, can genuinely replace fear with peace. It builds trust.
And lets you face challenges with, well, a different kind of confidence, a confidence based on leaning on his strength.
Exactly.
So maybe here's something for you to think about as we wrap up, something based directly on this verse. If God is truly going before you, and he is truly fighting for you,
how does that actually change the way you prepare for, or maybe just approach the specific challenges you're facing right now?
Something to consider.